Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. So today is the day where we celebrate the end of the 12-week intense workout plan that I was doing, and I am so excited that we came to the end. It ended last week. It's been such a journey. It's been so difficult because, as you know, I have really been trying to work at this, to stay focused, to stay faithful to the plan. And it hasn't always been easy, but we came to the end of it last Friday. And I was so excited. I can't even tell you, Friday night when I got home, I had one of the best sleeps I've ever had. It was such a relief. This is the week after that where I have decided to take a week off from the gym. And it's been such a treat to be able to sleep in. And by the way, from now on, I'm going to really be sleeping in terms of I'm not going to be waking up at 5:30 anymore, even as I go back into my fitness journey next week, into my reduced fitness journey. So I'm going to go into that a little bit, but I just wanted to do a video where I acknowledge how difficult the plan was. This was the Melissa Neill. I'm going to insert here an image of which one of her plans it was. I believe it was Fit something. I'll put it there. And when I purchased this particular plan, there was another one specifically for beginners. And then this one was advertised as if you have any experience lifting weights before. And I have very limited experience lifting weights before. I have had at times in my life where I did do some resistant training. And so I thought I would be the person who could do this plan. And I have to tell you, I think I overestimated my strength and my experience, because this was something that was at a completely different level. It was very intense. It was very hard. It consisted of 12 weeks was the total, but it was divided in groups of 4 weeks. And each month, each one of those 4 weeks, you increase the intensity of the workouts. They're either more reps or they do what's called compounded sets, where you combine 2 workouts or 2 sets of repetitions with lifting weights, and then you can rest. Normally what you do, particularly in the first 4 weeks, you do each set and then you rest, and then you do another set and then you rest. But when you have compound or combined sets, that means you do 1 set, then you do another set immediately without resting, and then you can rest. And that was challenging, but as you go each week, each month, you can see yourself getting stronger and stronger. You're also advised to increase the weight of the weights that you are lifting so that you can really build up on your strength, and that can help you to achieve your goals. And that was really, really, really difficult at times. But you know what? But at the end of the day, I was able to do it. One thing I will say about the plan, they never told you how many pounds to lift. What she kept insisting as the plan advanced was that just do as heavy as you can, do as heavy as you can. And so I would increase the weights over time. After a while, I realized that it was becoming a problem because my form started to suffer, meaning the position I had to hold myself while lifting the weights, I was kind of getting out of position, and that can be dangerous. You can hurt yourself, especially if you're lifting very heavy weights. And so at one point I realized, you know what, this is insane. I think things are getting out of hand. And what I want to do is I'm going to decrease the heaviness of the weights, but I am going to focus on the form. and maybe even decrease the number of reps, the number of lifts that I'm doing, so that I can give my body a chance to really take a moment, take a breather, and really do it right, so I don't end up hurting myself. And so I did that, and coming towards the end, there were some of the, there was really only one exercise where I decreased the number of reps. For the heavy barbell squats, she recommended that every time we did that, it was 10 reps, 10 sets of 10 reps. That's 100 squats with a very heavy barbell on your back. It was just too much. That was just way too much. And I really had to kind of dial it back towards the end. And I'm glad I did, because I really found my rhythm. I found what I can do. And so I'm going to really, from this point forward, when I go back to the gym next week, I'm going to reduce the number of sets and reps I'm going to do for some of the exercises that she recommended. Definitely when it comes to heavy barbell squats, I am going to be doing 4 sets of 6 reps to begin, and then I'm going to work my way up. I was able to complete the 12 weeks. It was quite an accomplishment, which was made difficult by the fact that I was waking up very early in the morning, 5:30 every morning, and also my sleep was affected. It is still being affected. I am still waking up someplace in the middle of the night, but of course, like I mentioned in my previous video, when that happens and I don't have to wake up super early, it's not a problem. I'll just realize, okay, I'm up, it's 2 something in the morning, and I'll just go back to sleep. And usually I go back to sleep right away. But it has been difficult, and I haven't really figured out what to do about that. I saw a video on Instagram yesterday where they were talking about black seed oil, that it's something that you can take 1 tablespoon every day, and it helps to regulate your sleep. So maybe I'll do that. I'll go and see, maybe Whole Foods has some of that, because I want to get some organic of that oil. Also, well, I've been taking magnesium all this time. It has usually helped in the past, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is that all of a sudden my sleep has been interrupted. I'm going to figure it out. But I am just so happy that I have come to the end of this grueling 12 weeks. I weighed myself yesterday and I realized that I have lost 10 pounds. 10 pounds after all of that, after 12 weeks of like killing myself. I was disappointed. I felt like I haven't really seen the needle move as far as I thought. I thought for sure at least 20 pounds I had lost, because when I look at the way my body has changed, I've managed to shave off a lot of my belly fat, which was something that I had been carrying with me for years. A lot of that has come off. And so I figured at least 20 pounds. But I have to remember that I have put on some muscle. I have put on some muscle on my thighs, my butt, maybe my arms, because I've been doing upper body exercises. And so that kind of offsets the shift, because fat, even though it can be substantial when you look at it, it's not as heavy as muscle. So if you lose fat, but then you gain muscle, the amount of muscle that you gain is going to weigh down on the scale, whereas the amount of fat that you lost, even if you lost a lot of fat, it's just not going to reflect so much on the scale. So I said at the beginning of this journey, I am not going to measure my success or my failure based on the number on the scale, because it can be deceiving. There's so much that goes into what you weigh. And so I'm very happy now that I think about all the changes that I have made in my body, for the 10 pounds that are gone. My objective in getting fit is not so much to lose weight. I'm very aware of the fact that when you gain muscle, you gain weight. So weight is not the issue. I want to lose inches around my waist, my whole stomach. My arms have lost quite a lot of, my arms look different from what they did at the beginning of this journey. And I want to continue sculpting them. I want to continue sculpting my thighs and my butt and, you know, define my back, better my posture. I want my sleep to improve as my health gets better. My skin, my hair, everything is affected by your fitness. And so I'm very happy about that. So another thing that I am going to be looking into, and on my next video, which I'm going to film right after I film this one, I'm going to talk about my 3-day fast that I did. It ended yesterday. And I'm going to talk about that in the next video. I'm going to be more mindful of my food portions moving forward, because during my 12 weeks, my grueling 12 weeks, I was eating a lot, guys. I'm not interested in a calorie deficit situation where I am hungry. I'm just not interested. I want to make sure that I am eating enough calories to allow my body to do everything it needs to do and to give me a feeling of fullness and satisfaction. I don't think life is worth living if I'm going to be hungry and uncomfortable and starving. I have no desire for that. I would rather carry some extra pounds on me than to be hungry all the time. Hunger, no. I believe in doing my weekly fast, my 24-hour fast, which has been going very well, guys. That I have no complaints about. I do believe that there are moments of hunger. I mean, I'm not the kind of person that is going to be eating constantly to stave off moments of hunger. No, absolutely. But that feeling of starvation, that I am constantly hungry and I'm constantly deprived, no, I'm not going to do that. No, not interested in doing that. So I will talk a little bit more about nutrition in my next video. But I just wanted to come here and do a quick little video letting you know that we achieved success. Do I recommend the program that I did with Melissa Neill? If you are a beginner like myself, do not do the one for beginners. You definitely, I'm sure that on that one, she walks it very slowly, what you have to do, because I was a little, I didn't feel like she covered enough. She was just showing some of the movements of how you do it, but I would have preferred a little more guidance. Like, give me specifics of how I have to bend down when I'm doing the deadlifts or the good mornings, or even tell me how much I should be lifting. All those things I had to kind of figure it out on my own, and I found myself going to YouTube and looking at tutorials from other fitness experts on the proper form to do things, because she did not cover that at all. Well, no, she did say, for example, there is the sumo squats with the barbells, where she specifically says, you know, your knees have to be pointed out, your feet and your toes have to be pointed out when you're doing that to avoid injury. So I did that, but there were other movements where she didn't really specify how to do it. And for example, when I'm doing deadlifts, I feel like a burning sensation in my lower back. And I just wonder if that's normal. Like, I would like to have more guidance on, am I lifting right? Should I be bending more? Should I be more straight? Should I be more forward? Anyway, all of these things I'm going to be investigating in the next few days as I enter into a more customized fitness journey that I'm going to be taking on starting next week. Although I'm thinking, I hope I'm not being lazy when I say that, but I would like another week off from the gym. I'm going to think about it. And on the weekend I'm going to decide. Because I rested from the gym this week, but the first half of the week I was doing a 3-day fast, and that was really challenging. I'll talk about that in the next video. But I want to see, maybe next week I will just do another week off from the gym, but try to get my sleep back in order without the fasting, because I did find that my sleep was a little bit affected the second day of my fast. And I think it had to do with the fast, because I have heard from other sources that if you go to bed hungry, that can affect your sleep. That can delay your sleep. And I spent about 2 hours rolling around in bed the second night of my fast, not being able to sleep. Last night, when I broke my fast, I was able to not only sleep, I woke up a little bit in the middle of the night, but I went back to sleep and I overslept. I had to get up and really rush to get to work today to make it on time. So maybe next week I will do another week away from the gym and try to figure out my sleep thing. I'm gonna get the black seed oil and see if that helps. I am not going to be taking any pharmaceuticals to help with sleep. I don't even want to take melatonin because I've heard that can affect your heart palpitations, and I don't really want to mess with that. So I'll figure it out. So I'm thinking next week that it should be another week to kind of get this, harness the power of sleep once again, so that I can really begin my gym journey that I'm going to be continuing for the rest of my life, with everything in place. So that is what I wanted to share with you. Here I'm going to show you a montage of me wearing the same workout gear that I wore when I did the haul, when I got all my fitness clothes for the gym. I'm gonna show you here, and I made sure to use the exact same lighting, the same crappy overhead lighting that I did the last time, so that you can see the difference. There is a difference. Yes, I was a little disappointed, like I said initially, by I only lost 10 pounds. Why only 10 pounds? But as you can see, you know, my body did transform somewhat, and I'm happy with how it's looking, how things are going. And this is only the beginning, guys. This is a journey that is going to continue into the future. I am determined to be in the best shape of my life. Now that I'm in my almost 50s, I want my 50s to be my spicy 50s. I don't know why that word keeps coming back into my head every time I think about turning 50 in 2 years. But yeah, my spicy 50s. I'm really looking forward to them. And being in the best shape of my life is definitely a part of that. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much for joining me in my journey. And understand this series and this video and my fitness journey, this is not a vanity project. Maybe a little bit, but I want to inspire you who are watching me. If you are not on some kind of a fitness journey and you're not happy with the way you look, you're not happy with the way you feel, I want to inspire you to get up and change your life, because I am 48 years old, and at this point I am determined to be at my best that I have ever been. I want my 25-year-old self to look at my 48-year-old self and go, wow, I look good. I look better than I do now. That's what I want. That's what I want. To inspire you and to let you know it is never too late. That is really the theme of my channel. It is never too late. So please keep watching. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel as we continue this journey. Also, my Invisalign, it's about to come to an end tomorrow. I'm going to the dentist, and fingers crossed, he will say, okay, we're done. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to extend it. We don't have to add any more trays. You're finished. I'm really happy with my smile. I really don't think it needs any more, but I guess I will just acquiesce to whatever the dentist says, which I hope, and I will bring that to you as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video where I'm going to be talking about my 3-day fast and what that was like. Bye, guys.